Hey guys, this is Bruce, and got a topic for you today, and it is our issues, relationship issues, our weaknesses, our shortcomings with each other. We had a we've had a very good relationship. I'm honestly experiencing the best time of my life with Yuri, um, who is not here at the moment. We got to get her a chair, but I'm honestly experiencing the best time of my life. I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm more stable than I've ever been. I feel more motivated than I've ever been in my life to accomplish more. It's amazing because I'm older now. You know what I mean? It's a great feeling to be at this point in my life. But that said, there are issues that we've had to deal with. There's issues between us. You know, it's not perfect. Everybody's human, right? So I would like to share, and more importantly, hopefully Yuri will join me and she'll share her issues with me. And this is to help other people, to get through their relationships. Because everybody, what I really truly believe is that there's somebody out there for everyone. Um, and before I start, I want to say, like, a lot of people get very triggered by Yuri and I just seeing us or us speaking our mind. People, I mean, there's some people who are so angry with their life, their self, or I don't know, but and that's their, their prerogative. But I want to just make it very clear. This is our opinion. You know what I mean? Like, don't get bent out of shape. It's my opinion. Like, you have your opinion, and you're entitled to it, whatever it might be, and I'm entitled to mine. We're entitled to how we live. That's just how we are. In the United States of America, it's kind of different. It's a different mindset. You live your life, and you believe what you believe, and I live mine. There's no reason to get upset about what I'm doing or my opinion about it, right? I mean, I'm not infringing on your rights. There's a lot of Americans, same thing. Like, they get super mad about your opinion or whatever. This is my opinion about my life and how I've done things. Okay, I'm sure you have a completely different perspective on everything, on life in general, on everything, right? So that said, I want to read this comment that came from Carlton Banks. A day ago. He says this is addressing. It's actually to Yuri. He says, "I'm a black man who is engaged to a Filipina. I wanted to ask you if you would like to tell on yourself a little bit about what are some of the things that you and Bruce may fight over. Sometimes do you act maybe a bit negative? In what ways? I wonder if you would expose your issues and Bruce's issues to help all of us because we're all human. We all have our shortcomings and failures, and we are not perfect. But sometimes that's what makes us just right." Exactly. Okay, I agree with that. That was a very positive comment. Very wise words from Mr. Carlton Banks. So, shortcomings. From I'll just first off, let me address mine. My shortcomings is I'm a extreme introvert. Like, I think that's like a big. I'm just realizing like how big of a problem that is for other people. I can. I'm just an extreme introvert. I don't like going out. I don't. If I go out, for me it's a chore. And don't get me wrong. I enjoy myself when I go out sometimes, but it's rare. Um, Whenever we've met people, it's always been a great experience. Like when we went to Nevada, we met several people there. It was so cool. And it's just rare for me to find people who are like minded. It's very rare for me. It's been like that since I was a kid. And so and I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just extremely, and I know it weighs on I think it weighs on Yuri's nerves. Like gets to her, because she's kind of more outgoing and more like more of an extrovert. And I'm not. So that's a huge shortcoming. I'm also freaking messy. Like I'm just like super bad. And I've been really trying to get better about that. And I'm sure there's other shortcomings that Yuri sees that are really bad about me. But I know that those are things that like kind of get on her, and I can see those. Those are things I very clearly see on myself. Yuri, issues with Yuri. Like one thing that gets me about Yuri, and we're working through it, is that she's gets very emotional about things. Like she panics. She'll just panic. Like something will happen, and she'll just panic. And I don't like. I've been through so many really real life or death type crazy situations that for me, like, I just stay balanced because I know things can, as bad as things get, it can always be worse. And I've seen and felt and witnessed and participated. It's happened to me, like the worst or something close to it has happened. So no matter how bad things get, I know it can get a lot worse. You know what I mean? So, but when she panics and it's like, damn, like that gets to me, because it's like it's contagious. It's like she'll go into panic mode, and then like that panic will spread. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that's gotten me. Like she's gotten better about it. She's gotten more chill as she's gotten older. But that's one thing. And then what was the question? Do we fight? Yeah, we definitely have arguments. There's usually it's outside. To be honest with you, normally it's outside things that have happened to us that make us that have we get into fights about outside things. And some things I just can't talk about on Patreon. I could talk about it. There's just too many trolls and just super negative, self defeatist people on YouTube that on social media in general that they're just so they're self-destructive, and then they spill that out on everyone, and then go online because they can be anonymous and say all kind of crazy stuff. So I don't feel comfortable sharing on Patreon. Yes, I can share it there. So if you happen to be a Patreon, yeah, we'll share more stuff there. We have actually shared more personal things that have happened, but yeah, it's normally outside things that make us have arguments or have like depression or have like issues. Like there's really bad things that'll happen, and we deal with it together as a team, but the weight, is like distributed between both of us. You know what I mean? Like, and the weight is still super heavy. So I would say that's when we have fights over outside things, not necessarily. Like I think at the beginning of our relationship, she was like a super clean freak, and that drove me crazy. There were inside things that were happening between us, but as we've adjusted to one another, I've learned that her strengths outweigh her weaknesses, if that makes any sense. And then basically we feed off each other's strengths and weaknesses, just like a team. Like if a basketball team like Scottie Pippen and Jordan, like they would feed off of each other's strengths, and then the other one would like pick up the slack. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how we view it, as like a team effort. Like if where I'm weak, I just let her take over. Like you do your thing. Where I'm strong, you know what I mean? Like she leads where she's strong, and then I lead where I'm strong, and then we pick each other's slack up. So that's kind of how we've done it. So in the beginning, like some of our shortcomings and issues and stuff like really affected our relationship, and we have these really bad arguments. And like I said, we broke up like 3 times before because of those things. But now as we've matured in our relationship, it's more like outside things that happen that's kind of, that's been weighing down on us from time to time that we've gotten through it. Let me see if I've addressed this question. I wanted to ask if you yourself, okay, hopefully Yuri will address her part of it. Sometimes do you act maybe a bit negative? In what ways do we act negative? I think both of us have our moments with the negativity. I definitely have that, because what I'll do is I always consider the worst case scenario, and I think that drives people crazy sometimes. I don't. I look at life as like probabilities. Like there's normally the probabilities have been a great guide in my life. Like I calculate the probability of the worst thing happening and the best thing happening, and it always ends up somewhere in between, in the middle somewhere. In the middle good or in the middle bad, but somewhere in the middle. Like normally the very worst thing that can happen to you doesn't happen, and then normally the very best thing that can happen to you, like we win a lottery ticket, doesn't normally happen. It's somewhere in the middle. So I play the game in the middle. But I always consider like what can I do if the worst case scenario happens, and then people tend to think I'm negative because of that. But yeah, I would say like both of us have our moments of negativity. And speaking of negativity,
where's my chair?
Oh, I brought it upstairs. Here, I'm gonna go grab the chair. So you address this question right here.
Can you grab the respawn chair too?
Yes. You want me to just get the other big one? Chair? Okay, I'll be back.
Nah, the big.
The small one.
No, the big one.
All right. They're live, so just go ahead.
Hey guys. Where's the camera? Oh, this is the camera. Okay. Let me see. Let me read you guys' messages. Spicy lady, happy weekend. Happy weekend, everybody. Lol, driving to New York to pick up my daughter and fiance. Percy, that's 100, Bruce. If you disagree, then disagree respectfully and move on. The keywords are move on, so many other mountains to cross. Keep living and blogging. What's 100?
Keep it 100. True. Keep it true. Keep it real. Do you answer the question?
Everything is rosy right now with me and a Filipina. Okay, so did you...
I did. I answered my side. Now you answer your side.
What was your answer?
My answer... Here, give me...
Wait, let's exchange, shot. Baby.
Okay.
It's kind of weird that the other screen is this way and then...
Yeah. Can't change it right now in the middle of this. But okay.
Anyway.
So my answer was... He said, like, what was my issue with us? I said in the beginning those issues, like, really tore us. Like, it was hard in the beginning, but now it's like we've adjusted to one another. But some of the issues is that you tend to panic. Like, something will happen, and then you'll, like, panic. And that, like,
True.
Gets to me. That's my main thing. I mean, other than that, what's your thing about me? What's my biggest...
So what else? Okay, so I wanted to ask if you would... This is from Carlton, anyway.
Yeah.
I saved it a long time ago. From when I used to read comments, I stopped reading them. And so... Yeah, I saved it so that we could make a video. I wanted to ask if you would like to tell on yourself a little bit. What are some things that you and Bruce may fight over? Sometimes do you act maybe a bit negative? Definitely. Yes, like it depends on like... I think it's unavoidable. It's like if your challenge is very... If you encounter a challenge that is...
That's exactly what I was saying. Outside things is really what... Yeah. Which we're not going to talk about it on YouTube. There's too many trolls.
Not YouTube.
But Patreon,
but like,
we talk about it there.
Yeah, which is... Yeah, with our personal... Can you talk about it?
I don't think we should.
Yeah, I don't think we should, but like it's...
There's too many... I don't know how to say it without cussing. I'm trying to be better.
Okay, let's just say related to exes.
Yeah, okay. Among other things. So.
But there are other things that... Okay. There's like more recent ones that we...
Okay, what...
Not fight over. We don't really fight with...
In the beginning, we had some pretty bad arguments about
we did.
issues. But
about...
as we matured, we know how to. I'm not gonna say anything disrespectful, you know what I mean? And then there's a line you don't cross. Like you want to respect your partner, so especially when you're angry. So if you don't
Sure.
cross that line, if you're respectful, then normally you can. There's boundaries, you know what I mean? Everybody has them. Everybody does. You just can't. You got to be respectful to one another. You know it as you get to know each other. You know what those boundaries are. You know there's certain things you can't bring up. You know there's certain things that are button pushers. Like you don't want to be one of those guys that pushes that button or plays that card every time, you know, or talks divorce. Oh well, divorce this and divorce that, like every time. Don't be that guy or that lady. Like talk about it once your emotions calm down a bit. You know, that's
Yeah.
what we've done. Cause there's times when I'm mad, you know, and sometimes like Yuri will be like, "Baby, are you okay?" Like I'll get super like irritated and like I'll be like,
Yeah.
and then she'd be like, "Baby, are you okay? Are you here? Have some water. Here, you need water." Like, and then I just have to laugh at myself. Like, oh. I did it when my mom was here. My mom was here for some reason. I was like, I don't even know what was wrong with me. It was like I was on my period or something.
Or when I left, you mean?
No, you were here. You were about to leave. You were about to go back to the Philippines, and I was. We were here together. It was like 2 days before you were about to leave. Maybe too many things were going on. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we were like just scrambling around.
Yeah, there were so many things that we were doing, and I just like lost it, and I was like mad and irate. My voice was like I was not. I don't know. And then Yuri just like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, you need to calm down. Like, this is not. Are you? Why are you?" And I was like,
God.
okay.
Yeah.
And then the kids were like, "Yeah, Dad, like, what's going on with you?" Like, I'm like, "All right, okay, my bad." You know, and I just made a joke out of it. But yeah, for some reason, I just had a bad day or something. I don't know.
True.
And Yuri, same thing. Like, Yuri will have these, she'll just get in this funk, and we'll be like, "Hey, are you okay?" Or the kids will be like, "All right, is she all right? You know, And we just kind of try to comfort one another. I know that's like, again, this is our opinion, guys. Don't get mad that I comfort my wife. You know what I mean? Like, don't get mad that she comforts me. And it's just how we do things. If you want to if you want to just berate your girl or whoever, that's your life, and hopefully, she can make her own decisions about what she wants to do with that situation. But that's your life. You know what I mean? Don't get mad because I'm like this. It's so weird, like reading comments, like wow, like there's some weird people out there.
Really? I mean, okay. I
Yes.
just did not read them.
Yeah,
anymore,
don't read it. It's so
'cause
it's so.
so.
I mean, it's there for every 20 great comments or people just being normal. There's like one super troll who has 0 subscribers, who's going out of their way to trigger one of us. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, or people we actually know. To be honest with you, just so people we know who are mad with everything in their life is not going well, and then they see us happy, and they're like, ah.
Is that how it is?
I guess I don't know.
Anyway, thank you, Mr. Worldwide Traveler.
Oh yeah, thanks
for that, and Derek, and our Patreons. They're also our patrons, Derek and Mr. Mike T Man. Mr. Mike T Man said, "Hey, you're looking refreshed and ready. You're looking refreshed and ready to take the world."
Thanks, Mr. Mike T Man, for that.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Mike
you so much, man. Big supporter right there. Who else is on here? Let's see. Let's call people out. We got 13 people watching.
Working out, we will show you our vision board once we finish releasing all our travel vlogs. And part of our goal is to be fit again, because when we were doing those lives every week,
yeah,
and very consistent with videos,
but we were going super hard.
We were, but it was harder to maintain gym, and so that's what we went back to, is going to the gym. And seems like it really helps too with the bigger the ass got, then the less argument we have.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, if I have known that that's how simple, a solution.
That's not
Would
true.
it be?
That's not
Then
true.
I would have.
I mean, I
Done
appreciate
my
that.
squats 1,000 times, long time ago.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate that. But that's not the reason why. That's not it. I can definitely end some arguments though. Serge A. Hey, how you doing? Thanks, man. Thank you for that.
What
5-year-old. That's
another
appreciate
issue
that.
that we had though, it's like, I mean, for me, is that how obsessed. I mean, I really support my husband when it comes to crypto, but when it was time for us to. Okay, I mean, am I exposing too much?
No, go ahead. You can talk about crypto. This one's emotional. This one makes me want to cry, man.
Yeah.
I want to cry right now.
I mean, so my husband's so obsessed.
Okay,
like
okay.
diamonds.
Stay strong. Stay strong. Okay, go ahead. Talk about it.
And then we bought a second house, right? So
So cryptocurrency.
we found out that my husband was not gonna be, transitioned to the new company. So we needed the money. And so it was so emotional. I mean, I know he did not want to give it up.
Right. And I've been between jobs, and as I mentioned on some of the other lives and stuff, I've been in between jobs, and now I got a new job and everything's cool. But
Yeah.
we got 2 houses, you know what I mean? Like, just so many things happened at once,
Yeah.
like in the past 8 months. And I had to cash out my cryptocurrency, and I was wanting to sit on it and hold it, and I had to cash it out. But it allows us to get a house.
Still have them though.
It allows us to get.
Just not as much.
It's not the same. It's not the same. It hurts me. Like right now, my heart hurts thinking about it. My heart hurt. I had an emotional attachment to it, and now it's gone, and it hurts. I mean, I have some left.
You still have some. God.
It's not. Okay, next topic. I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a big deal because last year too, when some stuff that we can't talk again, but like financially, since I got married, like that was such a big deal that I do not want like financial issues to be, to ever come in our relationship like ever. So like as much as we can and I always try to retrack all of our expenses monthly.
Yeah.
And have an evaluation every few months, just so we won't have that kind of problem.
I mean, we've been going so hard financially and taking crazy managed risks and stuff, and we've had some successes, some pretty good successes, and some pretty big failures too. And because of that, Yuri went out and got a job. She was adamant about that, which I never wanted that to happen, but actually it turns out it helped us a lot, especially in this. I had no idea I was going to lose my job. I mean, I'm able to get another job. If you ever watch my other channel, I can get a job pretty fast. But I'm very picky and, and stuff like that. So that's why it takes me a little longer. So that's a little insight of what we can talk about of things that have happened. It says, in what ways? Let me see if I can fully answer this question. Sometimes do you act a bit negative? Yes, we both do. And in what ways? I kind of shut down. Like when I'm really in a bad mood, I'll just shut down. And Yuri does too. That's both of us have this thing where we just shut down, stop talking. But eventually, like once we feel better, we'll talk to one another. And I wonder if you could expose some of your issues and Bruce's issues. What are your own personal issues? I address my issues is that I'm extremely introverted. I don't like going out. Like it's very rare for me, but I know that affects my wife. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's go out. Let's go do something. Another issue is I'm messy, really messy in the beginning. That was a huge issue.
That's not an issue.
It was a challenge for me. It was in the beginning. It was.
Well, you're not. I mean, you're still messy, but.
I mean, am I not? Look at this room. Like, look around you. Like, I cleaned up a little bit.
I mean, but it's not.
For you, it's not that big of a deal.
For me, it's not a big deal. That crypto though, that was pretty. That. Sorry, baby.
It's all right. Got to do what we had to do.
I'm sorry.
It's hard for me to talk about, guys. Hard. I could have bought it. I don't even want to talk about it.
You still have the EOS though.
No, I don't. It's gone.
You do.
Not for long.
No, like we had to save that.
Mr. Mike T. Man says,
I know that means a lot to you.
It's called comfort food. Instead of fussing, you just eat yourself into unconsciousness.
Yeah, I do that, like when I start feeling sad and I'm like, okay.
I mean, when we were grinding, that's why we both gained some weight.
Yeah, or
because we were just eating like...
Before I get like overwhelmed or like stressed with our schedule, then yeah.
Freddie Sanders says, just returned from Cebu 2 weeks ago. Oh, my first time. It was great. I'm all in now. Yeah, man. Cebu is incredible.
Yeah.
Love Cebu.
That was amazing.
We got Mr. Worldwide Traveler. Thanks for that donation. Mr. Derek F. Thanks for the donation. We got Birdman62. We got Spicy Lady. We got Arts. Sorry. What? We got Sagas. How you doing? We got some old friends. Broly Khan. How you doing? He says, what's up? How's life? Did you see the Joker? Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
We haven't seen it yet.
I've not seen
that's what we should do tomorrow, baby.
I don't know.
What do you think? What?
Is it safe to see that movie in Colorado? There's some crazy...
What do you mean?
So, do you know that there's a dude that shot up the Batman movie some years back? Batman came out and some crazy dumbass walked in there and started shooting people in a Batman costume. In Colorado. There's some just crazy, insane...
It's already not new. So we shouldn't
and Joker,
worry
I'm
about
just...
it anymore, right?
Broly economy, what do you think about that? You think it's going to incite a riot of crazy people? Or what? But yeah, I would like to go see the Joker. I mean, I don't think it's like it's not a nice movie. I mean, it's not like a happy movie, is what I mean. I've heard it was really good. Birdman says, I just returned from Manitoba. What does that say? Montelupa 2 weeks ago, and I am very happily married, man. Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for that donation, Freddie. Appreciate
Sanders. That. Appreciate it.
Let me see. Who else is talking there?
Okay. Is there any other things that
could help other people, like what we went through?
Yeah,
again, guys,
like
this is our
issues.
opinion, okay? Like if you're watching this 3-4 weeks from now or a year from now and you're like, that Bruce, it's just my opinion. And my opinion to you probably means nothing, right? So just keep that in mind. You have an opinion, I have an opinion. My opinion, your opinion. It's just an opinion, that's it. It's not facts, just an opinion based on my own life, personal experiences that happen to be exactly right. Anyway, what else? What else was? Oh, what else can we? Let me see. Human nature, not perfect at times. I think that the thing that's gotten us through like hard times is like knowing our limitations and then like comforting one another when you see your partner at that limit. Because I've seen Yuri like really down, and I'm like, man, I have to do something to help her to get past this. You know what I mean? Whatever that. And the thing is, we have enough love for one another for me, like again, my own personal opinion, but I love this woman so much that if she was like, I'm not happy in this relationship no more, I'm just not happy, like I want her happiness. I want her to be happy. When you really love someone, my opinion, you should love them enough to want them to be happy. And so no matter what happens, I want her to be happy. And so if when she hits that limit, I'm like, man, what can I do? Is there anything I can do to help you to get out of this? Or, is this still working? Is this situation still working? And if the answer is no, like I'm going to try to do whatever it takes to fix it. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how you have to be. I think that's why we've gotten as far as we have, is because despite all our differences, despite crazy hardships, is that she does the same thing for me. Like when she sees me down, it's been amazing to have somebody on my side. I've never, with the exception of my mom, I've never had anybody like be there on my side, on my team, my cheerleader, my coworker, my CEO, my, you know what I mean? Like, I've got somebody who's down for me no matter what happens. And from the beginning, she's displayed that kind of emotional support that I, as a man, don't, we don't, sometimes we don't get, you know what I mean? We just don't get somebody to support us. Like, we're supporting all these people, but we don't have anyone supporting. It's so cool to have somebody on my team who, no matter what happens, if she sees me working too much, she's like, hey, you know, you need to take a break. You know, or if she sees I'm down, she's like, are you okay? You know, like somebody who's down for me. Like, I'll tell her, we'll go through these really hard problems, and she'll be like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're a team. We can do this together. Like somebody who's there to pick me up when I'm down, when I fall. You know what I mean? That's an incredible feeling that I've never felt before.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you a lot.
Thank you, baby. Me too.
Handshake.
What?
We're buddies.
No.
We're buddies. See that? This is for real, guys. Look at that. Pinky swear. Pinky swear. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's been just.
Thanks, Sagas, for that. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Sagas. I appreciate it. It's been just, yeah. It feels so much better to know that, you know, I'm not alone. Because there's so many people relying on us. And it's like, I feel stronger with my husband. Like, you know, being there, so, being so supportive of me. Thank you, baby.
I mean, and I just think everybody can have, you know, you can have it, man. Like, it's, it is possible. Like, I was in such a bad relationship before. I did not, coming out of that, I had super trust issues that I'm still working through, a lot of issues, you know what I mean? And I thought, like, man, maybe there's no way I can be happy in a relationship, you know? And it wasn't just the other party's fault. It was partly mine for allowing that to go on for so long, you know? And I look back at, like, man, what was I thinking? But it dawned on me, like, there is 7 billion people on planet Earth, and half of them are women. There's got to be somebody there for me, and there's somebody there for you too, you know what I mean? I truly believe that. So you can find it. Don't give up. That's the thing. Don't give up. And just find somebody who you're willing to put 100% effort in, and somebody who's willing to put 100% effort to you. And that's what makes the team. And it doesn't matter if she's Filipina, it doesn't matter if she's American, if she's white, black, it doesn't matter what country she comes. It's way beyond country. Like, I know people come here and they're like, oh, I'm from America and my wife's Filipina, or I'm black and my wife's Filipina. It really has nothing to do with that. And I'm just being completely keeping it 100, telling you, like, real facts. Like, this is not dependent on what race or religion or whatever you are. It depends on you, like you, your heart. Like, you, how much are you willing to put in to make it work? How much is your partner willing to put in to make it work? Regardless of your race, your how old, age, if your partner is willing to put in as much work as you, and you're willing to put in 100%, and, you know, like, something occurred to me last night. Like, how much do you want this? You know, do you want it enough to where your life depends on it? How bad do you want it? If you really want it, you will make it happen. Sure. You know what I mean? That includes a relationship. Like, if you really want it, would you do it if your life depended on it? Would you do what it took, what it takes? I think you would. Yeah.
But before we answer that, okay, lastly, time is after 5 years, then I realized that was very important, that, like, you know, to spend time.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a huge one for me.
That's why we separated our office, which is now here in this room. When we transferred, I was like, okay, like, for it to work, we had to separate work and our marriage. Because you
Yeah.
remember our bedroom was our office? That became a problem.
It's a problem because I'm a workaholic. Like I work 24/7 because I'm a beast about this. Like how bad I want it. I want it bad. I
Like
want to be
every time
successful.
there's an idea that pops up on our
We
heads,
go for it.
then we jump out of bed, write it.
Yeah.
And then
We're on 1000% beast mode with
and then
our.
at night when it's like supposed to be okay, we're supposed to be watching a comedy show together,
And then
like
we'll just.
or a movie,
Yeah.
and then something pops up,
And we
and
do
then we
something
start
else.
watching. I mean, we start
Working.
writing or
Yeah.
working, or doing our calendars for the weekly schedule,
Right.
the
Bottom line is.
videos, and then the books.
Yeah. We
When my
do a lot
husband
of
was
extra
doing
stuff.
that, like that was a compromise in our relationship. That lit RPG. I was like, as soon as we were done, I was like fed up. I'm like, you know what? My husband's not spending time with me.
The bottom line is like you gotta spend quality time,
Yeah.
with your partner. Not you got family time's important with you and your kids and the family and all that. But you also need quality time with your partner. You and your partner, quality time. You got to continue to date. You got to continue to give one another surprises and give one another, be there for each other, of course, but also keep it have it remain special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just like saying special things, but also just like doing special things together. That's just you and your partner. That was super important to have that quality time. So yeah, good point. Really
That's
good
why
point.
in our vacation, I'm like, you know what? We'll do less videos. We still did like once a day, but like it was only 30 minutes, an hour of our day, because that became the books, the videos, the like balancing all of it has became an issue, a big one. Like we needed to spend time.
Yeah, which we did.
A quality time separating our work from relationship.
And
okay,
should I read this one or just go straight to that one?
No, there was like another question.
Was there?
Search A. Is it possible to get an update about your condos if not too personal? Yeah, like I actually filmed it when I was in the Philippines. I was there briefly. We weren't there for a long time. But I filmed the locations of the properties that we bought.
Yeah. It's looking really good. Like it's already gone up in value quite a bit. It's crazy.
See it. When is that gonna be?
We have all the documents.
1, 2, 3.
We have
probably
it's
third
legit,
week
man.
from now. I just need to like edit. Maybe we should release them like faster.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, okay. I'm not gonna promise,
videos.
but it should be around 2 to 3 weeks from now, cause we're like posting it every Wednesday.
But we've missed.
But yeah,
Wednesdays.
I filmed it, and I'm not gonna do a fancy editing on it, because it takes time.
Yeah.
But we showed it, and then we also what. Yeah, you can. Yeah. If you want real estate in Cebu, just contact Purple Shadow, and
yeah.
I actually created a bank account too, like on my last 5 days in the Philippines, and you can get a checking account, but you gotta ask her. But like mine was expedited. I did it in 1 day. But like I extended my stay because I thought I could get an expedited checks too.
Yeah, so we did
but I couldn't, so
made sure we got some business items done when Yuri was there. Stayed there like another week to get some stuff done, so it's going really good. Like it's gonna take time for them to get finished with the condos, but we bought them low. But the value of them has already gone up, so it's going good.
And the realty that my sister works at has an affiliated bank, So like every time my sister go there and she brings clients, um, they do it like immediately, like the same hour that my sister
Mr. Mike
and
T.
I
Man
were
says,
there.
Bruce, when you were saying that, you already looked at, Yuri looked at you with so much love in your eyes for her. Yeah. I mean, it's it's real, man. Like, it's real special. I don't know what to say. Like, I feel blessed. Like, even if I was broke, like, I feel blessed. I'm humbled by, and I appreciate everything that's happened in my life. And it has not been given. It's been worked for. It's been trial and error. It's been taking risks and stuff. But we got into a certain plateau where, honestly, if we stayed right here, it'd be cool. But we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, I mean, well, we just updated our vision board, but what really, like, the stuff that I noticed that we wanted to do are more of traveling. House-wise, I'm like, I'm pretty satisfied with where we're at now.
Yeah, really, it's for me. It's time. Like, that's where we want more time with our. Saga says Joker is very dark and well done. Unfortunately, some can't distinguish fiction from reality, and I pray there are no followers who adopt this behavior. Yeah, man, seriously, I've been kind of afraid to go see that movie because of that crazy people. Maybe it's unfounded, but Mike T Man says, Bruce, when you were saying that, okay, I already read that. Oh, he wrote it again. When you're saying that,
Oh, okay,
you're
good.
okay, yep.
Anyway,
TBE
for those
Trucking,
who
check in.
don't know
How you doing,
yeah,
TBE?
my sister has a YouTube channel, Purple Shadow, with blonde hair. I mean, it's hard to miss that because Filipinas do not have blonde hair. Okay, next.
Yan Sima Sanchez says, "You're right, Bruce. Just just remind me when Yuri was criticized about the Philippines woman and something
And
and
come as
come
so
so
supportive.
support."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
we're a team.
husband.
Like, I edited that video, and people were attacking Yuri, but they
Yeah, he
were,
was the one who edited it.
but I mean, it wasn't offensive to me. Like, I'm still like, when I watch, I'm like, actually, that video helped a lot of people to appreciate the Philippines. I know that sounds, I don't know what to say, guys. I mean, I can't stop people from being hurt by it. You know what I mean? I can't stop it. Yuri apologized for it, which I don't think she should have, and I don't understand why I would have to. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I'm 1,000% down with Yuri. Like, there's no question in my mind at all.
Thank you, baby.
There's no question in my mind. That was our most popular video before, 2 years before it went viral. It was super popular. So, whatever, guys. And if you're hating, if you're watching it, you're like, I hate Yuri and Bruce. Keep hating, because I'm not gonna stop. Saga
Yeah,
says,
I mean,
everything we've done is
we're
been
not
positive.
gonna stop. So.
Everything we've done has been positive. So, positive about the Philippines. I love the Philippines. You guys being assholes is not going to stop me from loving the Philippines. The culture is awesome. We have a difference of opinion on certain things, and that's fine. But I love Cebu. I love Filipino people. I love the culture. Like,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. Like, some people are trying to make this fake narrative or something. But whatever.
I don't
Say
know.
what you guys say.
Felt like so.
I was just there. We were just there. We got nothing but love. So.
So during that time is when Filipinos and vloggers from there just started vlogging,
Oh.
But I'm like, well, good. I'm happy that they have a content for their channel.
Yeah, I mean, our content got a few people a few $1,000s.
I mean, it's good for them that they found a content.
Our content, downloaded it,
me.
and then uploaded it again.
Stealing. I mean, the stealing our content, that was not good.
Saga says, I'm going through recovery from a very bad accident in July, and I've realized how wonderful my Filipino wife really is. It's been so rough, but she's a rock and stepped up beyond my expectations. Man, isn't it great to have that feeling like somebody's got your back no matter what? You know what I mean? Like, we've really been through some bad things. And people are like, oh, she's a gold digger. She's going to do this and that. Yeah, I've been broke, guys. Like, we were together broke.
Hey, my husband was broke when I first
Like,
married this guy. So
yeah, there's been some times when we did not have money, like account zero, and what the hell are we going to do? Stuff happened. You know, and there's some things that I can't even talk about that I'll have to talk about on Patreon. And if, by the way, you want to happen to want to see that content and want to pay a little bit of money to maintain and help us with this channel,
oh, that should be
it's
our
on Patreon.
content tomorrow, baby. I mean,
Maybe
you know,
like an uncensored version of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's what we're gonna do
Let's
right
do
after
that.
this
Let's
one.
do that.
So yeah, I mean, we've been through a lot, and I'm it's confirmed to me. Like, there's no question. Like, she's got my back. I remember one time we were in Thailand. I talked about this in our book, and we were going down this dark alley, and I thought for sure we were gonna get jumped. We were surrounded on all sides, and Yuri, I was like, okay, baby, back up, hold my backpack, Like, I was ready to do something, and then Yuri was like picking up her dress. She was wearing her dress. She was like picking up her dress, like hiking it up, like, yeah, I got your back. We were about to fight in an alley, in a dark alley in Bangkok. And I was like, and then they passed, the dudes passed us. Like, we were surrounded on all sides. I mean, even she, like, I thought maybe it was me, my PTSD or something, but she was like, oh shit, it's about to go down. Like, we were both like ready. And then when they walked past and everything, I was like, my heart was beating. Like, yours was too, right? You were like, feel my heart.
And we were like, my dress, cause just in case.
I was like, I thought for sure she was laughing. She was like, me too. I thought, but nothing happened. She had my back then. She had my back. I mean, we've been through so many crazy things, and she had my back, and I got hers. So no matter what, man, I'm like I said, I'm blessed. That's all I can say. Super blessed. Okay, let me see. Getting through these. Oh, and Sagas, man. I hope you get better.
My wife would have bailed. Gotta find someone who is there for you through good or bad times.
Same here, man. Mine would have bailed too, man.
Yeah.
Birdman62 says, I agree with Sagas. Yeah. Awesome vlog, you too. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Freddie Sanders says, thank you for your sacrifices you each day has motivated me.
And I will continue.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Keep going, man.
Like, that's the reason. I mean, you guys are the reason that, like, you know, we can't stop YBT.
You know, like, for me, like, it's not us. Like, it's us. You know what I'm saying? That's what keeps me coming back to this, is because I enjoy the positive people, the good, the awesome people. Not just positive, but people who are go-getters, people who are... They've inspired me. Like, there's been several people who've reached out and inspired me to do more and to keep going, because I know there's people out there doing it. You know what I mean? They reach this.
And it's hard. Life is hard.
It you know what I mean? It just throws these curveballs at you. Like, out of nowhere, stuff happens, and you're like, dang, man.
Ow, that hurts.
What am I gonna do? Like. But to see other people like you guys have made it, like people like HT Logistics, people like Alita, people like... There's so many people we've met over the years who've done it and who are doing it and who haven't given up, who just keep doing their thing. It's a huge inspiration. I mean, even Lou and Toya, you know. Let me see. SML says, thought you guys were going to move to North Carolina at some point. Oh man, there's so many issues with that.
We was almost like our number one choice.
Yeah, we almost we were like close. There's several issues so looking back on why we can't.
But one biggest thing is that once we researched the jobs, my husband couldn't
Right.
get, like, you know, I mean, you could have gotten a job, but there's not many options.
I mean, technically, the job I have now,
you're doing,
the job I have now, I could have worked there for sure, and I actually would have been better. But there's no guarantee I can get a remote job. You know what I mean? There's no guarantee, and I just need that stability to be close to a place that has lots of jobs, so that just in case, you never know. Corporate life is kind of fickle.
And then, you know, and then also because of the alimony, you still had still had to,
The
pay.
kids
That's
have
what
to be here. I'm still paying a
this.
crap
Yeah,
load
so
of
that's
money in
why I
spousal
mean,
support.
if we didn't have
Um,
to do that, then we could really move, and you don't have to make the same
but
amount.
also we love Colorado, so I love Colorado. So we both like have fallen in love with the state, and
Yeah.
North Carolina's not. Maybe in the future, I don't know. Who knows?
And yeah, I mean, as we figure, there's more laws that they pass that are, I think, like very, like, what was that? The red flag,
For
Colorado
red
red flag,
red flag.
where if you, oh, what was it, own a firearm or something,
Are we talking about that?
like something that's related to gun control.
What? Where are you going with this?
That's it. That's it. So yeah, I
You
mean,
talking
it's
about the
just
laws here?
yeah, it's just more
Oh, I thought she
favorable
was talking about
for
something we can't talk about on here.
No, it's just more favorable to like
Yeah,
society's safety.
there's some really good laws here in Colorado. It's a real smart. They've made a lot of smart moves, not just weed, by the way, just many other things. Mr. Mike T Man says, "Oh my gosh, Yuri transformed into Lucy Lou and became a ride or die chick. Yeah, it was crazy.
A what?
Lucy Lou is like she does some action movies here. That's what she meant. Every man wants a ride or die chick. Yeah, no doubt." No doubt. I was
Oh, that
surprised.
was
I
so
was like
funny, man.
looking at her like, you were really ready to fight with me, and she's like, "Yep."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa, oh, that's crazy." Are you giving Yuri self defense lessons? That was all heart. That was all heart. She's like, "Okay, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die fighting." Um, Derek F says, "I'm going to try to."
New York traffic.
Oh, are you in New York traffic right now, Derek? I think he said something about going to LOL driving to New York to pick up my daughter and fiance. Congratulations,
Oh,
Derek.
congrats, Derek.
Congrats, man. He went through the whole fiance visa process. Did you just do it by yourself, or did you use a lawyer, or did you use like Rapid Visa or Visa Coach or something like that? SML says, I love my state and was happy seeing you guys were considering it. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
it's beautiful there.
I still
The
love
mixture was awesome. That restaurant we went to.
Oh my god, yes.
I want to go back just for that.
That was like the most delicious, one of the
What
most
was it called?
delicious crafted.
Crafted. Yeah, if you get a chance, it's in downtown North Carolina.
Greensboro.
Yeah, downtown Greensboro or North Carolina. I don't know.
That
it was
really good.
incredible. One of my favorite restaurants ever of all times. We met.
Actually, baby, in the future,
We met Big Rob there.
if we didn't have to consider your job, I would still want to live in. I mean, I would
still
consider Greensboro.
Yes, absolutely. It was
because it's very.
Yeah, it was in line. It was green. I really liked it.
I really love that.
I like the view. Yeah, here it's like a desert.
like-
We're in like the middle of it. It's like in the mountains on a desert with no. I mean, the good thing is there's no insects because nothing wants to live up here. I don't.
I mean, the insects cannot because it's so dry.
So there's just not many. There's
you know.
there's some, but not many. So what do you? I want to open it up. Like, what do you guys? What?
How about you guys? What's your issues in your relationship?
Yeah. What are your
Let
issues?
us know.
And
like,
how do
how
you
do
get
you-
over it?
Yeah.
You need to area
My state I'm most happy seeing you guys. You need the.
in the triad
RTP
area. You were
area.
in the triad.
You were in the triad. What?
The triad. I heard about that. That's where the triad is. Where they have a lot of technical and pharmaceutical companies, something like that, right?
Oh,
Is that right?
like in
Over by the colleges.
North
And
Carolina.
I think so. It's like there's an area where there's a bunch of tech and stuff happening in the triad.
That is the
So-
Cary North. Yeah, we were looking at it, and even
We looked at it. It was
even
just,
in Cary,
for what
because
I
the
do is
stuff
still
that you
kind of
do
still kind of
it's
far
kind
away.
of like more for banks. They start doing cyber security with like Uh,
Pharmaceuticals and stuff.
yeah, right.
There's some jobs there. It's just kind of oh, Research Triangle Park. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's jobs there. It's just not in my range of
Of Bay.
yeah.
Yeah.
There were some jobs there. There were, to be fair.
Just not, yeah.
It definitely was some jobs
But
there.
in the future, we won't need that much.
Yeah, true. When
Like,
things change, that's what we're working on right now. Just so you know.
but I mean, for me, I'm like Colorado helps us to save in a way because there's not much to do in here. I mean, it bores me, but like at the same time, if you just wanna like save money, then
Hasn't it been
it's
awesome that we can
really
just focus? That's the one thing about this place. I agree with you there. There's not much to do, but we just focus like a laser on what we need to do. And that was like one of the main things when I came back from our trip and came back here. It just like this blank sheet. This place is like a blank sheet where we can just write our dreams and make them happen, which we've on some of them we have.
yeah. I mean, because we were in Colorado for years. I mean, I would say we've done
Wow.
so much in like few years.
Listen to this. Big Trucker Review says, my new Filipino girlfriend is very poor and her father's about to lose her foot to diabetes. I'm going to try to help her get through either home care attendant license program, nursing license program. I would say Big Trucker Series, just make sure, like, how long you guys been together? That was what I would say. I think I want to say you said 2-3 years you guys been together, or you said new Filipino girlfriend.
New.
Yeah, I would just be careful about helping too much in the beginning, because a lot of man, I don't know how to put this politely.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if it's
I
legit,
don't know how to put this
if I was
politely.
put in the same situation, like I would help the dad. I mean,
I'm saying if it's new, I had some when I was in the dating
well,
part of my
how
life.
do you really know if
There were a
it's
lot of Filipinas who were
legit?
like, "Oh, I love you so much. I'm poor. My mom's in the hospital. Could you give me X amount of, I'm like, it was a lot of scams, a lot of users, a lot of like you got to wade through that. And I'm not implying that that's your case, Big Trucker Series. I'm just saying, take your time. Just that's all I'm saying. Markel TV says, when and where is your next trip? Colombia to see you.
Hi,
Markel
TV.
TV.
Oh my
We're gonna
gosh!
see
I'm like
you.
every time you have a live,
Probably
I'm
in
like,
about a year.
Colombia.
Yeah, we're gonna. If you happen to still be there, man, we
I'm
can
just
go have
like,
lunch.
I'm like, I'm
Lunch is
so
on me.
jealous
Dinner's on me.
that like
Yeah,
I want to go to Colombia
we're gonna go South America. That's our next trip, somewhere in South America.
or somewhere.
Hopefully,
like, in South
hopefully,
America.
Colombia, Medellin, or wherever. We'll see. We've been researching it. Big Chirper says I may spend part of the summer with her. Derek F says I use Visa Journey in your book. Visa Journey in your book.
It's free
Awesome.
and very informative.
It's incredible. It shit
a
worked.
lot of
Shit worked,
people-
right?
Yep.
Shit worked.
It's a lot of people sharing.
It's
their
exactly
Visa
what we did
experience.
with screenshots in the book.
Mm-hmm. My issue, Yansima, my issue at the moment is the LDR. It is hard, but sacrifices need to make for our future. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Long distance relationship
It's hard.
is a really hard.
Huge challenge.
Like but hang in there, sis. Like you're gonna.
Yep.
It's worth it. Like actually, when you're in a long distance relationship with somebody and like you're communicating,
It can make you stronger.
you have a good communication. It allows you to get to know the person
Yeah.
more
Absolutely.
because of the time, the distance, the time that you're away from the person. Like you have no other choice but to like communicate.
And the challenge, it's like basically your relationship is being challenged, and it will let you know who that person is. You know what I mean? Like good, bad, or indifferent. It'll let you see the very good and the very bad because you're gonna go through some real issues. And so I would say if you can get through the long distance relationship, it's gonna tell you a lot about your partner. You definitely want to at some point live together. Like have if your guy has come, you can come there and like live together for like a few weeks would be optimal, would be best. Like two, as long as possible. Really, months is really would be best. But living together is super important too. But the long distance aspect, like it helps to if you stay together, it helps to strengthen and it helps you to see like what's the weaknesses and strengths to some degree. So I would say like right. I saw Yuri do amazing things when we were in a long distance relationship. I would send, now obviously this is when had been together for 2 years or whatever. We were very established. We were already, but anyway, and I'd already seen her a couple times. But I would just send her money and stuff, and then I would like, hey, you need more? She's like, nope, I saved up. Well, didn't you send me X amount? Like I saved up this, so I'm good. So just send me less, right? She was considering me. I'm like, that's so nice. I was like, that's so nice. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? And I was so impressed. I was like, wow. So, and then she would like go get a job, go make money. She was bringing income back then. Like she was doing anything in her power to help me. And I'm like, man, nobody helps me. As a dude, I just feel like sometimes we are not helped. You know what I mean? People just expect you to know stuff or do things or whatever. But to have somebody on my team, even in a long distance relationship, was incredible. But at the same time, there were issues. Like, it's hard. It's harder in a long distance relationship. So, we should probably get going. You gotta go.
Birdman said, I got questions from my wife concerning an ex. It made me ponder her motives. I found out later she was sad for not being with me to help me and was concerned I would not get her from the Philippines. I've known Big Truck series said I've known her last summer in person.
Oh, good.
Medellin is the place
Medellin is the place to be.
Oh, that's where we're gonna be next year. She's an amazing lady, and we are praising God daily.
Hope you come to Tampa Bay one day. Maybe. We'll see, man. We'll let you know. Usually when we travel, we let people know, like, in advance.
On this last trip, though, we just decided.
Yeah, we really had to just spend time together.
Sorry about that, guys. Like,
we've been through a lot, so.
We've been through, too much
so
challenges.
We
needed to nurture our
that
relationship again. Like, it's just, it's been a tough year.
It's been a very tough year. It's been the toughest year yet, I think.
It's been the toughest.
Ironically, we made the most. We've done the biggest things.
We've done a lot this year.
You realize that? Like, we've done the biggest thing in our toughest year. Crazy. It hasn't but we're going to talk about all of that in great detail on Patreon. So if you want to join us on Patreon, just go to patreon.com, type in Yuri Bruce Team. That's where we are. Or you can go type in patreon.com/Yuri Bruce Team. That's where we are. We put some free stuff on there as well. But, if you want the deeper stuff that we can't reveal on YouTube because it's too personal and there's too many crazy trolls, suicidal crazy trolls who want to take us down and themselves, we can't put that stuff on YouTube.
Okay, guys.
We got to get the heck out of here. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, everybody.
Mr. Worldwide, Derek F, Mike T. Man, Serge A. Thank you so much. Freddie, thanks, sir. Sagas, thanks a lot. Eric, appreciate you so much. And everyone else.
And everybody who joined this live, thank you so much, guys.
We got to get the heck out of here.
Yes,
we really got to go.
And, are we doing, like,
I don't know. Let's not make any promises.
Okay,
we're not going to make any promises. Sorry, guys. It's not going to make any promises.
But thank you so much.
But thanks for everybody. I really love these conversations. I really enjoy it. Right? Isn't it cool?
Me too. And, you guys are the reason that, we won't stop. Because,
it's about the team.
It's hard. We want to show you guys that, it's not impossible. Right.
Even if it's all the content here is just you guys' content, like one way or another, we're gonna keep it going. So, that's it, guys. We are out of here. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend,
God bless. Stay
Are
positive.
you gonna watch Joker?
Eventually, but I don't know when we have the time to do that since we gotta go to the other house and I gotta do other.
True.
Right? When do we have time? Tonight? You gotta go to work. So, and then I gotta work sometime tonight. So, all right, guys. See you later.
Okay.
Peace.